T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
There we go. Didn't click.
That's right. The #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. It is your girls, the Honorable Hotties, your Dynamite Dolls, Al and Mika. However y'all know us, we are here, back at it again. Night 2, Ring of Honor. How are you feeling, my love?
I had another great time in Ring of Honor, you know? A quick, fun, nice night. It was very quick. I know it was a little bit shorter, but not by much. But it just flew by.
It did fly by. It definitely did. Hi, Casey. You are here. We are ready to get into it. I'm so glad you guys have your notifications on because for some reason our social media posts didn't go up. So we didn't have it to share. But I love you guys for always being attentive and available and knowing when we're going to go on, because let me tell you something, we appreciate you. Okay, by next week we will have our rating meter.
Okay,
but on a scale of completely dishonorable to God's right hand angel Michael, what level of dishonor did we get today? Yeah, from completely dishonorable to honorable Hottie. What's your take on the show today?
It's pretty honorable. Somewhere towards completely, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'd say we're strong. I mean, of course, little shenanigans. Of course, we can't trust most people. Right. But yeah, I feel good. Yeah. Medium honorable.
Like that medium honorable. I like it.
Combining all of our
like it. I like it. Let's get into it, guys. Episode 6. First of all, again, shout out to the Ring of Honor graphic team, the AEW graphic team. Baby, they've been stepping it up, and I am appreciative of them because we have an episode graphic before every episode. Look at that. Episode 6. Let's get into it. And we started off with our 3 babies here. I have to show them love. We adore these 2.5 because Nigel's still growing on me.
Yeah.
But Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, adore these 3. So one of the best commentary teams, honestly.
Nigel's just a grouchy old man. He's not a heel commentator. He's just grouchy.
He's a crotchety old man. And I'm like, come on. 3 is a crowd. It is a crowd. And I'm not loving it. Hi, Ricky. I'm not loving it, but we push.
Yeah.
We started off with a match.
Hot.
Coming in hot, okay? the landing brakes on the plane were no more. We went right to the ground. We have your former one half of your former tag team champions, Mark Briscoe, taking on the current new era Ring of Honor tag team champions, the Lucha Brothers. They teamed up to take on one of my favorites in life, Shane, and the Workhorsemen. And baby, did they work! It was a match. We had some beautiful entrances. We had the feels. And what did you think about this one?
I loved it. You know, what a great start. With all of these guys. You know I love my Lucha brothers. So
Adore them,
so
absolutely.
it's like Mark and Lucha brothers, unlikely animal friends, but I love it. Like we got
Unlikely animal friends is accurate.
we got our redneck karate. We got everything
We
we
got our
love.
chicken. Yeah, we got
Yes,
our
chickens.
chicken kung fu, you know.
It was a good time.
It
We
was.
used to
It
be your
was a
boy.
good time. We did, yes. And I can't complain because let me tell you guys something. So the match was great. Mark and the boys pick up the win as they should. You know, it's fine. Just so y'all know that Shane Taylor did tweet and say he's coming for every belt that he's never held in Ring of Honor. So people's little butt cheeks should be shaking a little bit. But listen, I was updating my planner because I have my digital planner on my iPad. I looked up, and this shirtless man was standing on my television, and I was in the room with Nikki, and I hollered. I was like, "Ow!" And Nikki was like, "What? What?" I was like, "Oh, Powerhouse. He naked on my TV. I'm sorry.
Naked.
I didn't expect that, but I also did not expect this.
I was wrong. This everyone, I want to point out I said this match wrong last night because the graphic was tiny and it was a weird day. It's a tag match tomorrow. My bad, not a one-on-one.
Tag match tomorrow with QT Marshall, as the hood says, and Powerhouse Hobbs going for the Lucha Brothers for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship.
Look,
This
it's
is
you and
so
Nikki.
random. It's so random.
It is random.
Random. I'm not gonna complain.
I'm both Lucha Bros, and it's you and Nikki versus me.
Facts. Yes, it is. That's
It's
correct.
really random. I don't get it, but okay.
That's correct. But I will take Powerhouse on my TV back to back. Shout out to Powerhouse as well as Kenny Omega, Sammy Guevara, MJ, and everybody else who showed love to the wrestling club when they were at the show last night. You guys are amazing. We had two babies cutting a promo, and Sammy Guevara came and snatched the mic from the baby, and they lost it. Powerhouse taking pictures with them, Kenny Omega dapping everybody. It was the cutest thing. So they
Jade.
even got to meet FTR. Like, shout out to everybody. You guys are amazing. Casey, we just gonna stop saying that because we don't know what the hell going on here. We just here like you. Okay.
Yeah.
He said what he said, but
It didn't
apparently
happen.
we're doubling back on that. Okay. Apparently we're doubling back on that. And we just gonna see what he gonna do.
Sometimes
Ring of
you
Honor
say
Tony.
things and then you change your mind.
But Ring of Honor Tony is a menace because we got this
Yes,
Claudio promo here.
Mm.
He has a lot to say, but I'm gonna let you have this one, Al, because I know this is right up your alley.
Oh, sorry, I was looking respectfully. There's a great promo. I don't know why everyone is so rude about Claudio's promo skills because he's been pretty good on the mic. You just don't.
Getting better.
And he's getting better. And I never thought he was like bad. He's just like getting so much better. He's confident in who he is. And he said, Eddie is not honorable. He lost and he was cussing and everything that Ring of Honor isn't supposed to be. He's not like, you're not in my league. Because I think Josh asked like who was next. Like it's not done between these two. I think Eddie is very honorable. Although it's far from done. You made this man so mad, Claudio, okay? That's why he was cursing. Okay? Just because you classy don't understand. Eddie is a passionate man. He upset. It'd be like that. So I'm ready for round 2. Hopefully in Vegas. I don't know.
Hopefully in Vegas, as am I was not expecting this to be the second match out the gate.
Neither was I.
I looked up and I was like, that is a black graphic. Wait a minute. Please.
Ring of Honor Tony. Ring of Honor Tony.
Ring of Honor Tony said, yeah, that's cute. Let's go on and get Shibata and Daniels out the way. These two come out looking absolutely like rock stars. And the match, Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling, and I say this all the time, but I'll say it again, it's such a different vibe that I really enjoy. It's so back to the basics, bare stripped down wrestling. That's really what it is. And these two, Casey, go back and catch this one. Because these two right here,
Whew.
did they not, my friend?
They absolutely did. And I stepped out because I saw a package had come. I came back and I was like, what I miss? But it was so intense. And like, I mean, that's only the only word. It's Shibata. So he's like intense. He's going to like knock you down. He's getting better. He's going to learn these pure rules. It's crazy. I love the respect. Look at this.
He had a lot of respect in the end, but Shibata was able to retain his championship and remained your pure champion. So we'll see who his next challenger is. We got right into this after that.
Random, but I liked it.
It was a massacre. They should.
Poor Ortiz.
Poor Ortiz. Like, they fed Ortiz to that man. Now, Ortiz came out looking absolutely adorable. Okay. The gear, loved it. The overalls and the bulletproof vest, looking very much, like my baby Fava. Okay, see, Shibata is your third husband on TV now. Got it. Brian Cage comes out looking like he's looking, of course. I had to pop this tweet in here because I was tickled. From the commentary team, Nigel. The musculature on that man is incredible. How did you get a physique like that, Caprice? I have no idea. Brief pause. Ian, you didn't ask me, Nigel. Longer pause. This is the absolute beauty of this commentary team. Because Ian was like, what you trying to say? You ain't asked me.
Hello?
I got a physique. Am I not standing right here? Do you see me? I see me. Hilarious. They made this match amazing. But in the end, Brian Cage, of course, takes the win. Nobody's able to stop that freight train at this point. He's doing what he does. But it was a good match.
Not even contract.
To this. Now, the shenanigans were shenanigans on this one. And we should have known that the shenanigans were shenanigans when Maria Kanellis brought her ass out to commentary. We should have known then that the shenanigans were going to be on she-nan level. These two came out looking absolutely adorable, ready to go, ready to do the things. Noticeably, there is no Jeff Jarrett on Ring of Honor TV. Jay Lethal came out with everybody but Jeffrey.
Thanks, Ring of Honor,
Jay Lethal
Tony.
gets the win.
Well,
but how does Jay Lethal get the win? But with assistance from the Kingdom. There was a super kick that was delivered while the ref was distracted. The Kingdom tell the man, pin him. He's down. Jay Lethal falls on the guy. 1, 2, 3. That was it for that, guys.
Yeah. And they took Satnam's jacket and they both wore it.
They both wore it. That was unnecessary.
Why? I did not understand.
Shenanigans.
Them on Maria on commentary.
Just pure shenanigans. And no, Maria did not tell any lies on commentary. I mean,
she never does.
But right. How do you feel about this one? I feel like it was fairly quick outside of because the interference happened kind of quickly.
Yeah, this was a quick one. I think everything ran quick because they were live. I think this was last night they taped it, so everything kind of went a little faster. This is after AEW, so I'm sure crowd was a little sleepy, but I liked it. I mean, we still have our concerns about our top flight boys, you know.
But I
And
do love Tony for still, booking Dante, putting him on TV. I mean
mhm,
Darius. I'm
yeah,
sorry, Darius, because Dante will not be on TV
no,
for a while. I love that they're still keeping an eye on them.
hmm
How do we feel about Darius as a single competitor? It's going to force him to grow, and I
hmm
hope that it forces him to grow enough that it betters the tag team
yeah,
because they're not bad together.
no, they're
But
great.
Darius getting stronger can only help them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and he was in there with, and not a big Jay Lethal fan, but he was in there with a really good wrestler.
Yeah,
So
fan or
putting
not, Jay
him,
Lethal is who he is.
yeah,
He elevates wrestlers. He really does, and so
and
hopefully
working with the Kingdom,
Mhm.
so
Hopefully it rubs off and it helps improve the tag team, Casey.
mhm.
Woo, nonstop action. We go right back into it. And these four, they gave. This
Yeah,
was good to me. I enjoy the infantry together. I am a
hmm
Carly Bravo and Sean Dean fan. I actually have letters on today. Sean is my frat brother. He's a Sigma. So I always keep kind of an eye on him and know what he's doing. But this here, it was flippy dippy in two different styles. And I like
hmm
that. It was a kind of a urban, more, I don't want to say hood, but like
yeah,
the infantry brought a different type of edge, and I really
hmm
like that to Roosh and Jalistico. So I
yeah,
think this match I enjoyed it.
yeah. They had the lucha style, they had that Mexican, and then they that brought that like American kind of swag to it, I guess you would
Pretty.
say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was perfect. I loved it, and you're right. I do really like the infantry as a tag team, and I like them in Ring of Honor. Keep them up.
They work well together, but
Hate to see it.
as well as they work together, they fall together.
Hate to
And
see it.
they made quick work of them. I will say that. So I know this is not the last time we will see the infantry. This is already match number two in the same number of weeks. So we'll see Carly and Sean again. But they're just kind of building that dominance that is Julie's Code Roosh right now, and that's okay. I feel like
Mhm.
that's okay to build a little.
Yeah, that's fine.
A heel tag team. We need one or two.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Again. We're just banging them out
Roll it.
tonight. Hot sauce tickles me. Okay, he is very funny. Him and Daniel Garcia actually had a good match.
hmm And again, no JAS intro for Daniel Garcia. He did have it on his tights though, little
Yeah,
JAS logo.
he did. But seeing less and less, these two
hmm
came out ready to fight, ready to give it to each other, and they did. But Garcia comes out victorious. I don't think Hot Sauce has had a win on Ring of Honor yet.
I don't think so either.
How'd you feel about the match?
I liked it. I
Yeah,
mean, even with Garcia's dumb little dance in between.
agreed. It was a good match. It's good
I liked
TV,
it.
and we kept it pounding. But now it's time. Now
Here
it's
we go.
time to get into some honorable hotties. Okay, it is honorable
Yes.
hottie hour. As you see, the name of the show is the Willow and Athena show, and baby, Willow does not disappoint. Willow
Ah,
comes
look
out
at her.
looking the most freaking adorable ever, and of course, since we're here, had to get into it,
That's the vibe.
get your little dance on. Um, Nigel's coming around.
Tight, yeah.
Nigel called her Chippy. Is that what he called
Some,
her?
he said something. He did, yeah, have positive thoughts.
And I was
Uh,
like, okay, come on around, Nigel. We got a Caprice freestyle while Willow was
love it.
coming down the blonde patch. This was
I
giving.
like it. That outfit is so cute.
She is ready for Easter. She's got her spring pastels on. She has switched the gear up for the season.
Wait,
She's
she matches
ready.
my fidget.
She's ready. She's ready, and baby, was she ready? Poor Mimi.
Yeah, she tried her
Poor
best,
Mimi.
but
Poor Mimi. Because
ooh,
I What do you do when a freight train hits you? Mimi was on our screens for about 2 minutes, but it was very quick work, and rest in peace.
We had the same idea.
Got her on up out the paint, and we went on about our business in 2 minutes flat. Willow, how'd you feel?
I enjoyed it. I always enjoy seeing Willow on my TV. Mimi did a good job with what she did. You know, she didn't have a lot. I mean, going against Willow.
I mean, the sale though. Like, let's just watch this clip again, and y'all watch the sale. Watch Mimi's sale here.
She's gone.
Look, and it goes back to her. Look, still selling. The girl could sell water to a whale. Okay.
Yeah, she knocked out. I believe it. She's dead.
I do love that too, Casey, how they have their set line when Willow does her pounce. Yeah. It was just a good match, but baby, again, no time for a breath.
No, we go from the happy to the spooky.
That music change, Caprice was like, there's just a feeling that comes over me when I hear their music. They referred to Vincent as similar to a cult leader, and that tickled me because I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Poor Even Stevens. That's what their opponents call themselves. This?
It's so good.
And they make quick work of the poor Even Stevens. I mean, I think we got 3 matches in about the span of 15 minutes in this segment. We were just knocking down jobbers left and right.
It was the shaking of the hands and knocking out. But they were brave. They didn't show any fear. I saw they were vibing.
They did. They did not show fear in the face of guaranteed danger.
Yeah, I would be terrified.
Oh, I'm frightened now.
Yeah,
currently frightened. Yes, there are more of them.
It was mentioned.
And so I think we will see the person you're referring to, Casey, very soon. Because we did just get these 2 last week. So I think they're building it up. But yeah, we like the Righteous here. Vincent, our horror king, is great. His charisma is just off the charts. He doesn't even say much, and it's just like,
no, you just want to
feel
watch
him
it.
there. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. But again. No breath. Don't breathe. You don't air. You don't need air. Just keep going.
Ring of Honor Tony said, you don't need to breathe.
Ring of Honor Tony said, your breath belongs to me. I'll let you know when to breathe, is what Ring of Honor Tony
You gave that $9.99.
And breathing is not a luxury in this show. So we had Tony Nese and, of course, Keshka, aka Take Soup. Love these 2, and honestly, it was a match.
So good. This had some time. This had a little bit more time, as it should.
I thought this was a great picture of them out together. Like, they look great.
It's very, you can see the difference between who they are. The entrance from Sterling.
That he was nearly undefeated. I think he lost 1 match on his home run. When he went back home, he's back now. He's been growing and gathering that American knowledge, and he is becoming an even more scary competitor than he already was. Because this match was really good.
Oof. It's so good.
What?
This is also the thing we always say, because it could have went to Tony. It could have went to Tony Nese.
There are a couple of times I thought it was going to go to Tony.
Yes. And I would have been like, yeah, of course that happened.
Yeah, I would have been like, that's fine. Yeah, no, it's cool. You're right, Joseph. Whether it's hot or mild, you can't breathe. Either way, the spices be spicing. And you know what they said? If you ain't sneezing, it ain't season. So, you going to have, all right, Casey. Your
Well,
husband,
you know.
third TV husband. What? Yeah. Right. Because of Mark Sterling.
Yeah.
Right. But baby, it did not matter. Take Soup got his win, put it in his pocket, and went on back to his apartment to have some Costco frozen dinners. Okay.
Had some Cinnabon.
And then it was main event time. Y'all, this show was not a good recovery for my screwdriver lobotomy that I suffered yesterday. Because when I say it was nonstop, and then we get to these two who just act like they have no good sense in the ring. No good, just absolutely attempting to murder each other in this ring.
Which I don't understand because Miyu, she's not from here. We can't. Our healthcare system is not good, and if you
you don't get free healthcare here. You don't get free healthcare here. You better be careful.
Yeah,
because if you ain't got no insurance, it's gonna be real expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Ring of Honor Tony will pay for it, but that's a hefty bill you're gonna rack up if you hurt yourself.
They were trying. They were trying to injure each other. And there were a couple of times where, like you said, Joseph, I thought her luck might have expired. They was going hard.
So close.
Hard on each other. You hear me? Hard.
Yeah, I looked at it. I was like, we're going to get a new champion after Supercard on a random Thursday?
I think there was a point that we all kind of thought there might be a random champion, but then this happened.
Able to breathe right now.
Yeah, Athena intentionally blocking the breathing.
Yeah, and referee Mike Posey moment looking for the score.
Our girl Athena taps that nice lady out and retains her belt yet again. Athena restricted the air from that. She didn't pass out from the hold. She passed out because she could not. That's total. We're not talking about submission due to pain. There was no oxygen flow to that lady's brain.
Yeah. The match was stopped. That's what happened. And this was after they went to the stage.
Oh my God, I had that clip too, but I couldn't cut it. Like, the stage deep.
And they were trying to hurt. Mayu got like the better of Athena. He slams her onto the stage. Athena throws her off of the stage and just flings her body onto her.
A level of violence, like they said, we do not see from women in Ring of Honor. But our girl Athena is not losing that belt. She don't care who you send in front of her and what they got going on. She says she's not losing. And at this point, I believe her.
Yeah.
Because she has recently fought some of the most difficult, some of the most hard fighting women in wrestling, period. Because anyone that enjoys women's wrestling knows that those Joshi women wrestle different. They wrestle stiff. They wrestle hard. You get your ass whooped for real. And this is Athena's third or fourth week wrestling?
Yeah.
A Joshi darling?
I know we've been saying her descent into madness. It's helping her though. She's tapping into that scary part of her where she can beat a Joshi wrestler. But Mayu
next champ. Okay.
I feel like everybody has given her a really good match, but Mayu, you're right. Maybe she's the one. They asked who else is the one.
Right.
However, I'm gonna throw a wrench into this. This is a thought. One Miss Trinity, formerly Naomi, posted a story from last week's Supercard, tagging Athena. I don't know.
When the Trinity comes to Ring of Honor, I am going to pass out. When I say die, deceased. If y'all don't know, outside of TK, I am the biggest Naomi stan we have in the company outside of TK. I'm the one that wrote the open letter to her. I'm the one that had the conversation on Twitter with her. Like, we ride for Naomi merch came because of me, like me and TK. Like, I am obsessed with her. And I think she would, Joseph. I think that where Ring of Honor is right now, anyone that's signed to Ring of Honor, especially in the women's division, because there's only 2 women that are signed, you can craft that to be whatever you need it to be, if that makes sense. And I think having vets regularly on that show, like Maria Kanellis, then you bring in a Naomi, you have Willow and Athena, which are vets, but like not as long standing as those 2. You have a Madison Rain in the locker room. That is attracting new stars. That is what you need to build new stars, because the thing is, you cannot expect your company to build new stars if you have nothing to attract them to want to come. You got to have a fierce face. You got to have a hellacious heel. And you got to have a couple things in between so that when these girls are coming up and they're looking at where they want to try to do matches on TV or where they want to try to start being a household name, they're looking at companies and seeing where they can learn from. So if I'm coming up and I see a locker room and the locker room got Mercedes Martinez, Athena, Madison Rain, Trinity, Maria Kanellis,
I want to go to that ring.
It's a no-brainer for me.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of those women are long-standing women in the business, either indie, mainstream, or both, and have been able to sustain through the pandemic era, through the struggle eras of wrestling, through the times where women weren't even respected as athletes. We're talking about women that have, Mercedes been wrestling 20 plus years. Maria's been in the business 20 plus years. Naomi just had her 11th year. Athena's coming up on 10. Willow's about 10 too. Madison Rain, hell, she up there with Maria Kanellis and them.
Mm-hmm.
That takes the pressure off of Tony, and it gives the women's division the opportunity to grow. Then you can see them secure the Sky Blues, and see them secure the Billy Starks, and see them secure the Trisha Doras that you want to see come in, because you now have a locker room of vets that they're looking at and they know that they can look to learn. You get what I'm saying? Because you can see vets in a locker room all day long. That don't mean that they're open and available and willing to teach you and to take them under your wing. If you're in AEW right now, Britt and Saraya don't really have time. They don't have time. Not like they would at Ring of Honor. It's a different feel. So Trinity can fit in whatever company she wanted to go to. If she wanted to go to MLW and go play with the Samoans over there, she could. She can go wherever she wants. And that's the thing about having the type of career that she has, but also the heart that she has for people and being a good person. Her athleticism, her talent, her reputation precedes her as somebody that you want around. When she was in that WWE locker room and people would ask, who's a locker room staple? Trinity, Naomi, Trinity, Naomi. My first night, she came to me. She came over to me and she hugged me and she encouraged me. She made sure that I was okay. She did this, she did that. Why wouldn't you want that in your locker room if you can secure it? And I would just let you guys know now that when you have been to the top of the mountain, which is considered WWE, and most of these women that are still wrestling will tell you this, it's no longer about the money. It's about being somewhere that you feel like you love. Because we've made the money, right? We did that. We did the WWE thing. So now, just like Sasha said, I'm doing what I want to do. I don't think Naomi's any different, and I would die if she came over here. I think it would be great. But that's just me. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel, but that's just me.
I agree. I should be interesting because we've only seen her in WWE. She's a homegrown. She's only been in that FCW, WWE bubble. So to see her fly, just spread her glowing wings with no restrictions. I don't know. We don't know what she's been doing this whole time, but I think her and Athena would have such a great dynamic because Athena's so violent right now. And if she comes in, and of course everyone's gonna cheer her, she's gonna be she's just a beautiful, perfect, like Willow, like you just want to cheer her, you want to you love her, and you're gonna want to see her defeat the evil Athena.
The evil queen. She want to see her take down the evil goddess,
and to see what she is besides. Maybe she won't glow, maybe she'll have a whole new vibe. We don't know what this is.
And that's part of the reason why people love the Willow Athena angle, because that's exactly what it feels like. The classic good witch versus the wicked witch, the angel versus the devil on the shoulder. It's we need to purify this with fire. And that's what I think of when I think of like Willow and Athena's match. It was an attempt to purify with fire, because the way that they fought, Athena has been going through the fire with these matches. They have not been feeding Athena scraps. I'm going to tell you that right now. Athena has not had a Jade Cargill run where she's just out here squashing everybody to 55 wins. Athena has had to fight for these wins. Love her or hate her, she's got the vision on her back right now, and she's carrying it. I'm proud of her.
We're at week 6 of Ring of Honor, and she's already had 2 main events.
A match on just about every show. I think it's only one show that she didn't wrestle on and she had a promo on. And they weren't squash matches. And the thing is, I get emotional for her, because when I met her last year, it was right after everything happened with WWE. And she announced that she was a free agent, and it was before she even debuted with AEW. And the happiness that she had on her face just to be free of what was going on in WWE, and her and I talked about it. And y'all know I'm no stranger to telling people things to their face. What I can say anywhere else, I don't care, because I know that my criticism is never to make anybody feel terrible, but it's to let you know that I see you in a different way. This is what I'm perceiving, and hopefully you can change it. And she and I had a conversation, and I asked her, I was like, it's not that I don't like you. It's that your character in WWE confused me. I didn't know what you were supposed to be. The aesthetic changed, the look changed. You were the wolf lady, you were the goth lady, you were the alt lady, you were the wolf goth alt lady. Like, we didn't know who you were. And I kid you not, y'all, her face softened and she looked me in my face and she said, I felt that way because that's how they handled my gimmick. So for you to have seen that and it was a disconnect for you validated my concern about them fluctuating my character the way that they did. And I told her, I said, well, you're free of that. And she just laughed. And there's literally a picture of me and her standing there together, hugging each other. I am so happy that she is happy, if that makes sense. Like, more of our women deserve that. And knowing what, and not to get into a history lesson, but knowing what our women went through before this in any organization. I don't care if it was ECW, WCW, WWE, WWF, whatever it was. Before Charlotte retired that Divas title, women were a joke. We were sexual. We were to be consumed. They might wrestle here and there. I mean, you had a China, you'll have a Jazz, you'll have an Awesome Kong, but they're one-offs. And it's not encouraged because you're not sexy. You're not the aesthetic. You're not what the men in their basements want to see. Now, we don't give a damn what you want to see, because what I want to do is whoop ass. And that's what I'm here to do, and that's what I'm going to do. And they're doing that. They're creating their own narratives, and not in a MAGA type of way.
Not that one. Different.
In a way that the women deserve to. Saying, I am beautiful, but I will beat your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love. And they're having fun doing it. So hats off to Tony Khan for allowing them to do that, giving them the grace and the space to work these matches out. Shout out to the Josie women for being so willing to come and wrestle with our American women and our Canadian women. It's a special time in women's wrestling right now. And we're Women's Wrestling Talk, so we're always going to look at that. But guys, honestly, take a look around the women's division everywhere. On the indies, WWE, AEW, MLW, Impact. It is a beautiful time for women's wrestling right now. And it makes me so excited that we get to be here to witness it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm off my soapbox, guys, but
yeah. I agree though, because but I also think even in the beginning of Athena being in AEW, I was there for her debut at Double or Nothing, and everyone lost it, and we're like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And then she kind of lost her way. She kind of had to figure out who she was in this company, which is fair and valid. And now she's figured out who she is, and she's carrying a whole brand on her back now, and she can handle it. Because I think even a year ago, you and I she was going for that TNT title. We're like, can she handle it?
Right.
She can handle it now. She can handle carrying Ring of Honor.
She's pushed herself.
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby, I wasn't leaving out Stardom. The thing about Stardom is they've always been allowed to wrestle. From the time that they gave them their promotion, they were like, okay, fine, here, do whatever you want with it. And they've been beating each other's ass ever since.
Yeah.
They didn't have to go through that struggle, because let's face it, a lot of the sexualization in sports is a Western thing. It really is. And I hate to say it that way, but it is. And so they didn't have to suffer as much. Now they did. Don't get me wrong. Stardom built what they had and they earned it. Okay. So don't get me wrong. But, it was just a little different. And that's the only reason why I didn't bring up Stardom, because, baby, you get anybody on that Stardom roster and they going to give anybody over here a run for their money. I don't want to wrestle half the people on the Stardom roster. I'm pulling out a pistol. I'm not fighting them. You don't fight bullets. Okay? No. No, you're not about to injure me. No, ma'am. Give me a kendo stick. I'm about to defend myself. This is no longer a fight.
Please only get me purple kendo sticks, like Finn Balor's. Just saying.
I'm gonna find me one. Actually, I'm gonna order them tonight. There are kendo sticks on Amazon. I'm gonna order them tonight, and I'm gonna spray paint them purple. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
You big brain with the painting them.
I'm serious. You are not. My mama always taught me you do not enter a fight that you're gonna lose.
That's why I'm not entering that fight. I don't want that smoke.
I'm about to say, why would you sign up to get your ass whooped? No.
Oh man.
Keep it.
Athena.
Javon, I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm service. I'm service here. I'm service.
This is why we talk about it. We talk about it.
Like, absolutely not. You're not going to set me up for failure. No. Negative Ghost Rider. You're not. You're not. Okay? Life and capitalism beats our ass enough. You're not finna come over here and do it too. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. But anyway, yes, Joseph, 6 episodes and 2 main events. And Athena has that confidence. It is beautiful to see she's doing something with it. And that's all we've ever asked for out of her.
Mm-hmm.
People that are fans for her, all we've ever said is do something with it when they give it to you. And baby, if she ain't doing something with it right now. Now, Casey, why you got to ruin stuff?
We're having
Why
a great time.
do you have... Casey, we're going to have a conversation because I thought we was friends. And you stay trying to trigger me in these environments. Ballard Woward cannot come anywhere near the Ring of Honor taping. Okay? You didn't even get to fight Jade. You definitely not going to fight Athena.
Thankfully, that just ended.
Casey. Athena is showing out right now. 100%. Really, and we love this. All of Ring of Honor is showing out right now. If I'm being honest, Ring of Honor is reminding y'all why they've been around 20 years. Ring of Honor is reminding y'all why the other bigs couldn't shut them down. The big three been the big three. Whether it was AEW or WCW, because they're very similar. ECW, very similar. You know, interchangeable. But, you know, Impact, WWF / WWE / WCW, AEW, ECW, whatever combination you want to put in there, TNA, they are who they are. But baby, Ring of Honor said, yeah, and we are too.
Mm-hmm.
Catch that. Our men and our women, catch that. Even our squash matches, they wrestle. You're not going to be over here playing. If you ain't about that wrestle life, you're going to have to stay home. Because we fights over here. And Ring of Honor Tony Khan, as we all know, that is a different man. Menace. That is not AEW Tony Khan at all. That is two different men.
Can we get Ring of Honor Tony as a menace?
We need those. We need that, and then we got to figure out what we're gonna wear to Vegas, because we got to have a fire. It has to be like a casino themed shirt.
Okay.
But it's got to say something dope on it. Like one of our Dynamite, and then on the back it needs to say, "Oh, if we could get a casino themed jersey with Dynamite dolls on the back."
Okay, we're gonna work on this. Purple, obviously, in our colors.
Obviously, and it has like cards down the.
We have time. We have time to figure this out. We're gonna. Y'all, if you see us in Vegas, we're gonna be so cute.
We're going, guys. We're going to Vegas for AEW. What we going? We're not even going.
Listen, my flight is booked.
We're going. Your flight is booked?
I booked my flight because I said, you know what? Before before they go up, so
going to the airport tomorrow because I'm gonna go see if I can get it for the low. Actually, I might just go in and get it, but we'll see. But we're going to Vegas, guys.
We're going.
So we'll be there. Y'all are gonna be there. Bobby says about Athena wrestler. Oh yeah,
my God.
In Japan, like Maki Ito.
Yeah. Yes.
And she doesn't even have to go to Japan because Maki wrestles here frequently. So I think she was here on a stretch for a little bit just recently, like Mania weekend.
Yes. So she'll be in Oakland, which I would not be. She'll be in Hood Slam this weekend and GCW when we go to Vegas. So I will see Maki.
I do not patronize GCW shows. That is not my cup of tea. Your girl is your girl is a little what's the word we want to use?
That's not your cup of tea. That's not your cup of tea.
Not my cup of tea. It's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be some great people on there. So if you're in Vegas, catch it. But she, her, we'll be
Nice.
probably having dinner somewhere at a buffet and then walking around waiting for them to tell me that they're out.
Come get us, help.
So
we're the shady part of Vegas, and please help.
they're gonna be in the shady part of Vegas, and I'm gonna be somewhere litty titty, drunk. So, but that's it, guys. That was Ring of Honor tonight. It was quick because again, it was recorded after Dynamite last night. So the pace went fast in Honor Club. We got through it pretty quickly. It was a great, even though it was short, great episode 6. Just continuing to roll along with the amazing episodes. For anyone that did not get to watch Supercard, remember that it will be in the app, but pay-per-views are on a 90-day rollout. So it'll be a couple of months before it'll be available on Honor Club, but it will be available soon. So remember that, guys, when you want to go back and watch
Or buy
the
it, whatever.
matches. Or just go buy it. Yeah. Of course, Joseph, you are always so polite and always like telling us thank you. And I love that.
Thank you
really
for hanging out.
I appreciate it. Where can they find you, my girl?
I know. Find me at the usual things. Before I forget, because I forgot it last night. Sunday, doubleheader. Okay, we will be here Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Spend your Easter with us. We're doing AEW All Access episodes 1 and 2, and we got a full house. Of course, we'll be here. Our girls, the Salt Shaker, Nikki and Santana will be here, and our honorary Dynamite doll, Aisha, will be in the house. So please come, because we're gonna have lots of thoughts about All Access. I'm very into it. Watched episode 2. I'm ready. So please come hang out with us, and then Turnbuckle Glam right after. So
yes, oh gosh, it's gonna be a night. Also, y'all already know. Follow me, Meek the Mage, making magic on all the things. Also, guys, just love each other. Be kind to each other. Spread love, because our climate right now is very it needs it. It needs it. And regardless of what you believe, who you believe, what you identify as and or with, people deserve to be treated like people. People deserve to be loved, and people deserve the benefit of kindness. And I'm not saying be nice, because being nice and being kind are two different things. But it takes nothing to be a decent human being. So that's just my reminder to you guys. Protect your mental health. Protect your space. Unplug from anything that is not serving you. Do not feel obligated to consume any type of trauma media. Whatever that trauma may be for you, it's different for every person. Do not feel obligated to do anything but love you and the people that love you, and keep yourself safe. We love you guys. We'll be back. I mean, Sunday. We're giving TK a rest on the commercial tonight because she's tired. But you guys will catch it again. Y'all know the shows. Y'all are our regulars. We love you so much. And we will see you guys Sunday. And if you don't hang out Sunday, we'll see you Wednesday. And then again Thursday. Because that's just what we do. And from us to you,
be back.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.